to my senses. Yeah, I'm coming. You can feel my power, and I feel it. And I feel what is real when she feels me. And I don't be afraid. Don't do that man with the scar on his face. It's a charade. It's just the way you've been living. Yeah! I'm coming. You can feel my power. And I feel what is real when she feels it. And I feel what is real when she feels me. Yeah. And I feel what is real when she feels me. And I feel what is real when she feels me. Yeah. And I feel what is real when she feels me. And I feel what is real when she feels me. Yeah. And I
Hi everyone, Dan here, and I just wanted to put a little snippet about Astroworld and what we do because I want to start getting the word out because I think it's becoming more and more of a giant community, and I want to get the word out to some other people. So what we do at Astroworld is we hold astrophotography chats on Wednesdays at 9 p.m. and Fridays at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. And we just talk astrophotography. Wednesday's more of a techie kind of advanced intermediate, and Fridays is more of a newbie kind of thing. So if you want to check us out, and if you want to, hang out with some semi-decent people that like to go off the rails a little bit and have fun while they're doing it, come check us out at astroworldweb.com. and you can check out the schedule, and you can sign up for all the free giveaways that we do. We just gave away an Eagle 4 Pro, an Optilong filter kit, Charles Brackenstein's books, and a whole bunch of other stuff. So come to astroworldweb.com, hang out with us, have a good time, and as always, remember to keep imaging, keep educating, and clear skies. And I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.
All right. Where did my color go? Got your head in the sand. You can't be in control, using a powerful hand. I wanna be you, I wanna see you. Don't taste the kisses of hate. Don't try to tell me, don't try to sell me, don't try to say it's too late. You're gonna push me to the edge, back me in a corner, making me stand in your shoes. Push me to the edge, hide a little color, it's black and white and blue. Black and white and blue, yeah. All right. Cat learns to ring a bell. Rat gets free from the maze. We can be taught to love. We've got to learn to wait. I wanna see you, I wanna be you. Don't taste the kisses of hate. Don't try to tell me, don't try to sell me, don't try to say it's too late. You're gonna push me to the edge, back me in a corner, making me stand in your shoes. Push me to the edge, add a little color, it's black and white and blue. Black and white and blue, yeah. I wanna be, I wanna see, don't taste the kisses of hate. Don't try to tell me, don't try to sell me, don't try to say it's too late. Push me to the edge, back me in a corner, making me stand in your shoes. Push me to the edge, add a little color, it's black and white and blue. Yeah, black and white and blue. You're going black and white on the edge, back me in a corner, making me stand in your shoes. Push me to the edge, add a little color, it's black and white and blue. Black and white and blue. What the hell's wrong with my telescope now? Damn, what's wrong with this thing? good. Can I break this spell? You want things right, do I make you do things wrong? If I want that fine line, I'll always take the fall. If I just do them, I can live from the right. I sleep all day long, and I'm breathing through the night. I've seen a lot of bankers, and I've seen a lot of cops. I've seen a lot of lawyers pull out all of the stops. I've seen a lot of children with their parents in their hands. I felt a lot of women who refuse to understand. And I don't think I understand why we're making such a fuss. And I don't think I understand what's come of all of us. And I don't think I understand why we take this world for granted. I just want to get right back to Guitar Players Planet. You see it in the papers, you read it every day. The riots and the fires going on in South LA. The muggers and the government, they're all wanting the same thing. They take all your money whatever else spring. And I don't think I understand why we're making such a fuss. And I don't think I understand what's come of all of us. And I don't think I understand why we take this world for granted. I just want to get right back to Guitar Players Planet. Take me. Making such a fuss, and I don't think I understand what's come of all of us. And I don't think I understand why we take this world for granted. I just want to get right back to Guitar Players Planet. 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 Spring, summer, and fall. Doesn't matter what season
annular
you're
eclipse.
on. New York boy, troubled again.
Don't let you rest.
So new man. Don't you know the mindset? That's why you said
You ready for the solar eclipse? Are you ready for it? October 14th this year is the annular eclipse, followed by April, another total solar eclipse, and you get your own branded Astroworld Telescope solar glass made by American Paper Optics today on the website, astroworldtelescopes.com, or give me a call, 516-273-3771, and we can get you a set of 4 of these for $9.99. Come on down again, astroworldtelescopes.com, and keep everything as long as you don't have a solar flare. Keep educating. Thanks, guys. See you next time.
He's gonna give it a little more bottle. He's finally thrown away the bottle. Don't you know the mindset? It's gotta mean something. It's gotta. So here I am, out on the streets with my head in my hands. I've got no plans, only to see you again. Don't get me wrong, sometimes I like being kicked on the ground. I'm not that strong, but then I come to my senses.
Hey, what's going on? It's Wednesday night. Look at this. Look. Oh, well, you know,
I'm Sean Nielsen.
you're
That's
Sean
who I
Nielsen tonight. There you go. That's what happens when. You
Hi,
know,
Sean. What happened to your accent?
Eh?
I got Americanized.
You're not eating, the ketchup
No.
flavored chips.
I could go get them.
You could.
I could go get
Good
them.
luck finding some. So.
I got ketchup and chips. I can make it work.
Oh, that's just so bad. It's such a bad food. It just I can't even consider it a food, but whatever the case may be. So we have the return of the prodigal son tonight, Tyler Bowman, coming from
No, don't. No,
no.
no, not the prodigal son.
No?
Well,
No.
I'm old enough to be a dad, so it's okay. So
God.
by that case, so is Eric. So
True.
So welcome everybody. Tonight we got some good information. Tonight we got maybe a little bit of a surprise tonight, and trying to do a couple things. Sean's beard looks good. I'm being told on the chat. So, but right now I'm imaging right now, and I'm imaging with the anti-halo 2-inch dual band by Player One, and I'm doing some testing on some bright stuff in the summer triangle. So I'm going to be doing Deneb, Vega, the Bright Star by actually it's Deneb actually by the Pelican, and then the other Bright Star, I forget which, I think it's like Delta Cygni, I think it is, over by the by the left side where California is in the NGC 7000. So yeah. So hey, that's what I'm doing tonight. Right now, I'm doing another shot of Deneb, and then we're gonna go to Vega, and we'll take a look at the shots and see where it looks. I did it once already, and I saw a halo on Vega, but I think it was also that I had some high clouds. So I'm hoping tonight's a totally clear night.
The clouds.
What's that?
Yeah, like a bit of reflection.
Yeah, I think that I'm hoping that's what it was. We'll find out tonight because I haven't done Vega yet, and it'll be popping up in a little bit. So it's going to be pretty cool to see because I'll be surprised just like everybody else. So
Just send me the filter. Vega's up now. I can let you know.
Did I already sent you stuff? What are you talking about?
All right, fine. You got me there.
So,
Fair enough.
So hey, so we're gonna do it, and we got some new information to talk about, but let's do the sponsors real quick, because, and just so everybody knows, I got a couple of questions regarding the purging of the wheel, and yes, it's gonna happen at the end of the year. We will be purging everybody that entered onto the wheel for giveaways and stuff like that, because some of the people out there aren't into astrophotography anymore or whatever. It's been almost 2 years since we've done it, so I think it's time to get some fresh blood in there and all that, and
It's just time.
It's just time.
It is time.
It is time.
It's just time.
It is
It
time.
begins. All right, so
Lion King.
Yes.
all right, so
It's
let's We restart
How you
this.
doing, sir?
And then there we go. All right. So here we go with the sponsors. All right. So I took all the pictures off because it was kind of messing up my other so if it's a little shifted to the left, I apologize. But we do have sponsors that we get prizes from. So to give everybody, just like we were talking about, I would love to do must be present to win, but that's not really fair to the people who watch us all over the world. We do have worldwide people that kind of watch us that are sleeping at the time we pull the wheel. So I don't think that's quite fair. Sorry, Chris. Mike too. But yeah, sorry. But Woodland Hills gives us money, and we're getting ready for our 300th, right? Our 300th episode on the 15th of November. We're still on track for the 15th of November. So that being said, there's only one video in that folder. Go make your video. There's only one video in the folder. So,
oh man,
so
pressure.
People make the videos, make 30 seconds, say hi, what's up, and congratulations and all that. And I'll play them all at the end of the 300 show. I'll play them all. I promise you. No matter how many videos I got, I'll throw them on. But Woodland Hills, we're going to be giving away $250 worth of gift certificates for the 300. For the 300th. Episode.
I think Explorer could do the same thing for you, Dan. We might be able to do more than that.
Well, I would love to have Explorer as as a sponsor, but if you want to be a donor, that's fine too.
Okay.
Absolutely. See what we can do. So
I can see what I do right now.
So Explorer, and then we got Prima Luce, Camera Concepts that gives us money. Also, Optolong's giving us filters as well. Masters of Pix Insight, IP for AP. We give away free Masters of Pix Insight workshops every Friday night. We give away one free IP for AP yearly subscription every month. So thank you to all of the sponsors that have helped us grow and give some stuff back to the people that watch us. So thank you to everybody. And I'm gonna have to say I'm sorry. My throat is killing me. My allergies are there. So I have to apologize if I sound
Drink more. You'll feel fine.
What's up?
Drink more. You'll feel better.
You'll start feeling better.
And of course, our own Astroworld telescopes, we give away gift certificates as well. That'll be every final Friday of the month. So we'll be doing that as well. Also, to all of our member sponsors, the Off the Rails members, I can't believe what I did. I can't believe how long my hair was in that picture. But the Off the Rails members, Sean, Bob, and John, thank you so much. And if you want to join us, come join us on Patreon. Buy us a cup of coffee, do whatever. Because what we do is we take that money and we put it into giveaways for NEEF and all that kind of stuff. So that's what we do that for. So please join us on Patreon and support us there. Praise our members, Dr. Hassan and Chris. Charity, George, Mike, Dave, Dan, and Tom over the Black Hole level. And then all of our other, oh, wow. We got, the lights are off, and now they're on.
Interesting.
Red Giant members are all of our main sequence members. We have so many levels now because it's out of control. So thank you so much for everybody. Coming up, probably by the end of the year, Mabula will be on for Astro Pixel Processor. Still waiting for APP 2.0 to come out. So once that comes out, he promised us he'd show us the new enhancements to APP. So that's going to be a lot of fun. Episode 300, like I said, November 15th, 2023. Going to happen. Make your videos. Put them in there. You go to where do you go? Where do you go on the website, Eric?
It is astroworldweb.com/E300.
E300. There you go. So go check it out. Hit the button on the bottom. It'll say submit your video. You can hit that and drop it right into the Google Drive, and I'll kind of put them all together. So definitely do me a favor, and it'd be really cool if we got like 10 or 15 people to kind of kind of do that, that'd be great. There you go. Oh, there it is. There it was. E300 right there. And then December 9th, I'm starting to talk it up. December 9th, Astropalooza 2 coming to the YouTube channel near you. Headline, I mean, all the people there that are, it's going to be crazy. And I think I got a list of them. This is who's scheduled to attend so far: Trevor, Dylan, Sean, Stacy, Masters of Pix Insight, Tom Bramwell. I'm sure that Scott Roberts will be on. Maybe Tyler will jump on. Who knows? But there's going to be a lot more people on as well. So that's only the beginning. We had 13 people, 13 guests last year. I know Wayne will probably be on too. Wayne Parker. I think he's going to be in. So it's going to be really, really, really cool. So, yeah. Do we have a picture of Scott sleeping on there? I think we do somewhere. He's somewhere over there. Where is he? There he is. Right
I don't
there.
think I put one out there.
There he is, right there.
Maybe I should.
Dang. Y'all are brutal. Y'all are brutal.
There he goes. Miss that guy,
Who
man.
knows?
If you're listening, we're still with you.
Yeah, we still. Yeah, really miss you.
All right. So, image of the week leaders. Oh, it didn't take. I'm sorry. Last week's didn't take. So I actually made a mistake in the addition of everything. And if I have it, hold on one second. Let me get it up here. I must have not updated the slide because I did it for 2 weeks. So let's see. Is it here? No, it's not. It looks so. Greg. So get what the screen says. Greg and Tom Peter are tied at 5.
Okay.
So that is a mistake. They're tied at 5. This was a mistake. This 3. So it's 5, 5, 4, 4, 4. All the rest are right. So I apologize about that. It didn't update, but there you go. So Tom and Greg, 6 weeks to go, right? 6 weeks? No, November, December, 10 weeks. 10 weeks to go. So 10 more pictures of the week. It's up for grabs, anybody. So submit your pictures.
Why do we want to submit the pictures again?
What's up?
Why do we want to have them keep submitting their pictures?
Why?
Because we said so.
Because it's fun.
Don't they get something if for the person who has the most?
Oh, so you're saying the more people submit things, the better off the chances they win?
Well, I think we were doing something for the person who has the most pictures of the week.
Well, for the most pictures of the week, yes, they get a page in the calendar. For the picture of the year.
The picture of the year. Sorry, I got them confused. Right.
The picture of the year. Sean Nielsen was gracious enough to donate a L Ultimate.
Oh, that's cool.
For the winner of picture of the year. So.
Yes.
And that's Sean Nielsen
again. And speaking of image of the week, this has been the entries. The entries this week have been great. I mean, we got, I believe, 6 entries this week, maybe 7.
Wow.
It's crazy. 4, 7 entries.
Nice.
7 entries. And what I like to do is I will go ahead and share this screen here, and we will take a look at this.
What's up, AZ Forerunner, AZ Astro? Yeah.
And so definitely go to astralworldweb.com/IOTW for image of the week. And let's take a quick look at the entries for this week. Can't miss out. We have Greg here for a Sharpless 115. This is a great shot here. A lot. This was really, really awesome. This H2 region. So congrats again there to Greg. But here we have our current entries for this week's Image of the Week. We have Gideon Sanders, his entry, the North American Nebula, and HOO. The Bubble Nebula awesome. By Tom Peter. This is a cropped image, so this one's really cool.
I'm curious if that's cropped. It would be curious to see the whole frame.
No, the whole thing, yeah. We have the Rosette Nebula, or I like to also call the Skull, by AZ Astro.
Did you know that there's more than one skull in there?
Oh, there's God, don't show me a second one.
There's 3 in total that I've found.
You have 2 eyes, and then you have the head. It's like it's upside down, 2 eyes. And
there's 3 in total. I'm going to let you just think about it.
I see 2 so far, it looks like to me.
Yeah, there's 3.
Okay. We have the Teddy Bear Nebula, Sharpless 171 by Thomas Duff.
I've never even heard of that one.
Hi, yeah, this is a new one for me. I've never heard of
the Teddy Bear.
So that's so that is really cool. We have The Wizard by Harold Soto. I would also sometimes call it the Harry Potter Nebula.
Potter.
10 points from Gryffindor. The Dark Seahorse by Josh Kovac.
I've always been fascinated with Dark Nebulae.
Yep.
You and me both, man. You and me both. I absolutely love them. I love the challenge.
Eventually, I'll get to that level.
I just hope I get a chance to do my Barnard Z. I haven't even had a chance to freaking put it together yet.
Really?
And last, but certainly not least, the Ghost Nebula. This is also a crop from Chris Williamson.
The Ghost Nebula is one of those.
I never did the crop to bring it in there, but man, this is awesome how it's cropped.
Yeah. What did he shoot? What did he shoot it with? Does it say?
He shot this because unfortunately, I'll have to figure out how we can actually add the descriptions or the information down here below.
I showed you how to do that.
Did you?
Yeah. You hit the little pencil. You hit the little pencil.
You hit the pencil. All about the pencil.
I'll show you again. It's there.
Yeah, you show me later.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, but I don't know. Actually, Chris, he didn't add any information on his.
Sometimes I think Chris likes to put it in the Google Drive info on the right side.
Yeah.
Some people like to do that.
Okay. So I can always just take a quick look here and go to
check the pencil. It's all about the pencil.
Yeah. because now you've gotten me curious here, man.
I mean,
I don't information.
Is it the shark?
There is, yeah.
Go into click on the picture itself. No, don't open it though.
No.
You don't have the whole sidebar panel open.
It's on the far right, Eric. Here's the pencil.
I don't think it's in. No, I don't think it's.
Yeah, there's a side. There's my side panel.
No,
see.
No, my side panel is different.
Yeah. Must be a little different. Oh, here we go.
There it is. That's what I'm looking at. So yeah, sometimes no, he didn't put anything there. It says under the last thing. It says description.
Description.
All the way at the bottom. Sometimes they put it in there.
Darn it.
Yeah. Okay. Well.
So Chris, we need you to tell us what you took the picture with.
Yeah. But this is one of those, with the dark dust lanes and dark nebulosity, and even with the star breaking through that opaque cloud. It's just really cool. But all of these are awesome. I mean, I love all the Seahorse. The Wizard's always been like one of my favorites because I'm a Harry Potter nut. but the teddy bear,
That's
I never heard of teddy bear. So it's different.
I haven't either.
Right?
That's what's weird.
I could never get the skull out of my head, no matter what now. So anytime I see the rosette, I just see skulls.
There's 3 there, so
I'm gonna start looking for the third one. I see 2. But...
Yeah,
there's 3.
And
Promise.
I love America. So we got the North America. So we got America here. So
Mark.
I mean, all of these, especially the Cygnus Wall. That's one of my favorite areas of the.
Chris Fredrickson said it's an Edge 8 or an Edge with a 1600. That's what he took it with.
Okay. Nice. So yeah. And let me go ahead and stop screen sharing. But yeah, definitely, we've got some great entries. Definitely go to astralworldweb.com/IOTW and don't forget to vote. Vote for Image of the Week, and we still have time for Image of the Month for September.
Yep.
You still have time to enter for that as well. So definitely check those out.
Image of the Month.
Trying to get some of these pictures.
Yeah, so we got a lot of stuff happening, this weekend. You've got the annular.
The annular, yes.
Happening on Saturday.
Yep, and it looks like I am going to see completely nothing.
It's okay, Dan.
I mean,
I got
it over.
Got completely nothing. I it's the only day of the week where it shows rain the whole day.
Oof. Stinks.
Yeah.
And I got my nieces and my nephews all excited. Oh, we're gonna go hang out with Uncle Dan because we're gonna go see the eclipse and everything, and I'm gonna go to my friend's house in the observatory and all this. Yeah. I'm gonna pick them up at 10 o'clock in the morning, and I'm gonna put them under an umbrella, probably. The only good thing about that is I get to drop them home, and then I get to go see the Islander game, I think.
Oh, here we go. Hockey started.
Hockey started.
There it is. There you go.
Hockey started, folks.
Well, you know what? You know what the whole thing is that now that my Final Fantasy football team has now gone to the complete crapper.
Mine's terrible.
I was 4-0. Now I lost both my running backs and both my wide receivers.
Oh no.
Justin Jefferson, Devontae Swift. Do I need to say any more?
Yep.
Poor little fella.
God. Went 4-0. Now I'm going to go 0-4 the next 4 weeks.
Oof. So speaking of the annual solar eclipse, is there anything I know people are aware that we've had a lot of customers call us and say, hey, can I use a telescope with solar glasses? Dan, do you have any, in case anybody's new in the channel that watches, is it safe to actually use a telescope with solar glasses at all?
Only if you want to have some severe damage done to your eyes. Yeah, because it's going to burn up your optics, number one, because you got nothing. What it's all about, it's energy reduction, right?
Yeah, or energy rejection.
Energy rejection, reduction, whatever R you want to use, you need something to filter out that light. If you just sit there and do an 8-inch scope, you are burning up the optics, and then you're magnifying the sun's energy.
Yes,
you will burn right through that solar glass on your eyes, and then it'll probably plaster to your face. So I would not do that.
Yeah. I mean, we at work we did just for craps and giggles. We set up a 50 millimeter telescope and put just a pair of regular sunglasses in or solar glasses on.
Right.
It instantaneous just burned.
Right?
It's just instantaneous.
It's literally like taking an ant with a magnifying glass.
This is your eyeball on drugs. Yeah. Just instant death.
don't do that. Don't do that.
Don't do it, folks. If you're not
Get one of
sure,
these.
There you go. That'll work.
yeah,
Get one of
get
these.
one of those. Get one of those.
It
Get
is
solar
white
safe
silk.
glasses.
Yes.
You know,
Solar
be
safe.
safe, be smart. Now, this is an annual. It's not a full eclipse. Not like it will be next year, but still, you need to be safe even on a full eclipse. The sun is not a joke. It will literally ruin your vision in the matter of seconds.
And just to your point, Tyler. I mean, I was talking to Kent about a couple of weeks ago regarding a gentleman that wanted to he's getting a suntan over here. That wanted to use his 10-inch Dob truss tube, not a solid tube, a truss tube Dob with a solar filter on the cap on the front.
Yeah.
And me and Kent were just like, no, don't do it, because you could never guarantee that none of the sunlight is entering through your shroud to the mirror up to the secondary and into your eye. You could never guarantee that. That's a solid tube. Maybe you could kind of be a little bit. Even then,
I'd be leery even with a solid tube,
because you got from the bottom as well.
Yeah.
So I mean, you're never gonna be 100% guaranteed. So only use a refractor or some sort of H alpha scope, or use your scope with an energy reduction filter and a quark, something.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially a sprint cast grain. You need an ERF.
Oh, Lord. Oh, boy.
You really do.
Yep.
You need some sort of energy reduction.
Hey, MX, those are some of the, and the Astro Zaps are really cool solar filters. So
they are.
I'm glad you like it, MX. So, it's really, really cool.
Tariq wants a scope for solar.
Yeah, I mean, you can get a solar scope, or you could just get if you want they're expensive, but the quarks are good too.
Quarks are great.
I mean, a quark is, like you're saying, a quark or a solar scope, they're basically almost the same price.
Yeah, depending on what you buy, depending on what you're buying. Yeah, I mean, the quarks.
Honestly, Eric, you get more versatility out of a quark than you would a dedicated solar scope.
Yeah,
because I can use a quark with multiple different scopes, especially doublets, because doublets, it doesn't matter because the sun doesn't. There's no chromatic aberration with a doublet.
Right.
It doesn't see it.
Yeah. It doesn't see it. Yeah.
It doesn't see it.
Yeah.
And so I'm spending less money on a scope. I'm putting more money in the quark, and then you have to invest in a monochrome camera because that's where you're going to get most of your detail from.
And don't forget, especially with the quark, you're really going to want to also purchase that energy reduction filter that goes on the front as well. Yeah. Don't just use the quark on its own.
Well, that depends on the aperture that you go for.
Correct. If you're over a 102.
No, I've actually talked to Jen about this over at Daystar.
Okay, I know Jen.
Anything above a 127.
Really?
You need an ERF or an ERF. They say a 152 would work, but I would honestly want an ERF in front of that. Because I've used it on a 102. I haven't tried it on a 127, which I have one underneath my desk at work. That's the next step, is just to see, will a 127 work? I would probably put an ERF, like Dan says, on a 127 just for safety.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't hurt. Because you're protecting your camera, you're protecting your quark, and because quarks aren't cheap.
No.
They're
$1,295.
Yep. Yeah, they're $1,200 brand new. I mean, if you want a solar scope, if you get one from Lunt, you're waiting. Oh, good Lord, 6 months.
Yeah, 6 to 8. Yeah.
Yeah, just to get a 60 millimeter, a decent one, a double stack 60 mil. That's $2,300, $2,400.
Yeah.
Yep. So, what does ERF stand for? Energy rejection filter.
Yep.
Or reduction.
That's what it stands for. It rejects all the heat before it gets through the optical train, or through the the OTA, and it hits your sensor, hits anything, it hits anything else. That's what an energy rejection does. It dissipates all the heat and everything else before it gets to the sensor.
Yep.
And that's extremely important. You know, I've never looked through an ERF visually. I don't know if it does anything differently. I have no idea.
I've used it with the cork, obviously. So you're really not seeing much of a difference.
Yeah.
You're not going to do. I've never done an ERF on its own without a cork. I've never done.
Yeah.
I've used the white light, obviously, the glass Astro Zaps, all that kind of stuff. The 1,000 Oaks. I've used regular double stacked, HA Coronados and PSTs. I've never actually sat there and taken an ERF, and I guess I'm a little bit of a wuss. I'd be too scared of not having that extra protection.
It's like the old adage: better to have it than not need it, than to need it and not have it.
Yeah, well, because if you need it and not have it, now you don't have an eyeball. So,
yeah, I like my eyes. I like seeing.
Yeah,
I don't know why.
Well, you'll still see, but you'll be a little short-sighted, I guess.
Now, I've heard from we've hired a doctor from the U of A here locally, and he's told me stories that a gentleman it was instantaneous, burned his retina. He can't see certain colors anymore. That's how quick it will burn.
Josh, we did not say you can't use a newt for solar. We said be leery of using Dobsonians. We didn't say Newtonians. I don't think we did.
No.
Well, I mean, if it's are fine because it's an enclosed tube. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So as long as you have the solar filter on the front, you're fine.
Yeah, you should be fine with the newt.
Yeah.
As long as you have proper PPE on the glass.
Yeah.
That's the big thing. And that is the biggest thing that we really need to stress when you're working, doing solar imaging, when you're dealing with the sun. Do not take unnecessary risk. I mean, getting a white filter, getting an energy rejection filter, getting, the right type of equipment for your telescope and for your eyes, it's so important. Don't skimp out and think, like you guys were just talking about earlier. Don't just think, oh yeah, I can take my telescope. I've got these, eclipse, sunglasses and stuff like that. I can use that and then look through my telescope and see the sun. No, don't do things like that.
Yeah.
Do things the right way. If you're unsure, ask questions. Reach out to us, Dan, Tyler, myself, anyone. I mean, reach out to retailers, other retailers, or experts who do this type of stuff. But do not take the risk with your own
your eyeball.
Astro-Zap filter.
Don't take the risk with your equipment, but especially with your own eyes.
Once you burn your eyeballs out, there's no going back. You can't.
That is exactly right.
Once you lose them, they're gone. I don't think science and medicine has come up with eyeballs.
For those of you people that believe TV after you watch it, no, Geordie LaForge does not exist. It doesn't exist.
It's a one and done type of thing.
Yeah, you will not have eyeball regeneration. So
no, I mean skin is different. Skin can heal. Eyeballs for some reason just can't do it.
Because it's
not
just
worth it.
It's
not
just
worth the risk.
Little thing of gelatin. That's all it is.
It's just flesh.
It is.
So
just don't risk it.
So
just don't do it. It's not worth it.
It's the open trust tube Dobbs that I'm talking about. You can never guarantee that none of that light is hitting the mirror and coming into your eye. You'll never guarantee it. I don't care what good shroud you have. And if you want to roll the dice, go right ahead. But we're not telling you to do it. We're telling you not to do it.
I'm going to tell him not to do it because of personal experience. We I took one of the QC reps out because he wanted to look at the sun. We took a 16-inch Dob from Explorer, shroud and everything, put a solar filter on it. We melted the shroud from the inside.
Nice. Because you couldn't guarantee this.
Worth
Because
it.
the sun was bouncing off the bottom of the mirror somehow and hitting the shroud.
Somehow,
The shroud
either
goes
from
up.
the shroud or from just not secured from the top
Yep.
of the cage. It's not worth it. I'm telling you, your eyeballs are not worth the risk.
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't do it. You can call me chicken. I don't care. I'm not going to do it. I will
It's just
use
smart.
my cork, use my refractor. It's a solid tube. I put my little Astro Zap on the front, and I'm good to go.
Now, since we're talking about solar imaging, Tyler, what in your opinion would be an ideal refractor aperture?
Honestly, in 80 millimeters. All right, so think of it this way. You're using a cork, right? I'm just using this for reference. Corks have already a Barlow integrated into their system. It's a 4 times Barlow. At 80 millimeters, you are literally touching the sun. You're on top of it. If it were me, I would probably use an 80 millimeter, a 102, 127. Now, I do know that
it's going to be too much, I think.
It would be too much, but if there's a giant sunspot or
if you want to get in there, if
you want structural detail that you're going to be blown away with, 127 is it. Now, Jason Kinzel, for instance, uses a 152, a DAR 152 from Explorer. That is his main go-to for solar with a cork. He is literally punching, and then he is on top of the sun. Now, he produces amazing images because of the cork in the sun. But if it were me starting out, it would probably be 80 millimeters or less. That's plenty. It's enough for what you need. You're going to get a quarter of the sun, maybe almost a full disc, depending on what aperture you go with, below 80 millimeters. Honestly, starting out, lunts are great for what they are. They're just expensive. Yep. They're really, really expensive starting out. And if you want to do the sun, get a doublet, either from Dan from Explore Scientific. They're called DARs, I believe.
Yeah.
Just pick up one of those because it's a simple redoublet, 2 lenses with a cork. Under $1,500, you're rocking and ready to roll. Yep. And you can get to imaging the sun. I saw a combo.
Yeah, so they came out with a new cork without the Barlow. Yeah,
I did not know that.
Yeah.
So then there you go.
Yep. And you're exactly right, Tyler. Because I don't know if you could see it, but it's gonna be too bright. But he asked what kind of millimeters. I put 400 millimeter up there, and that's what I would say for a scope.
Yeah, I would, because that's the sweet spot for the sun. And then once you develop the skill, you understand the tools, you know how everything works, then you can get an ERF, get a bigger aperture, and really get on the sun.
Get the prominences, get the detail, get the granularity, get all that.
Get all of that stuff. Is there a good aperture filter for a non-solar scope that will show filaments? Good aperture filter. So, Josh, with filters. Now, granted, Dan, you may have to correct me on this because I have no idea because I'm not a solar photographer.
Okay.
For non-solar scopes to show filaments. Filaments is, I call it the roadmap of the sun. It's just what I always reference into that people understand how the sun looks. You need a dedicated hydrogen alpha filter that can bring that out. Yep. There's no filter that can sit in front of the OTA or the objective lens that will bring that out. It's got to be either a dedicated scope that's for solar only, or a cork that can bring out those prominences or chromosphere, I believe is what it's called.
Yep.
The roadmap of the sun. So if you're really wanting to get white light filter, will only catch sunspots. Correct. White light filters will only do sunspots. But if you're wanting to catch the prominences or the chromosphere of the sun, you're going to have to get a dedicated solar scope.
Yep.
Or a cork.
So basically, just what a cork is, because I saw the question of what a cork was. A cork is a device made by Daystar, and basically it's an electronic hydrogen alpha eyepiece. That's really basically what it is. And what you're able to do is with the energy reduction or energy rejection filter that you put on the front and the cork you put in your diagonal, you'll be able to look at the sun with some of their chromosphere eyepieces or planisphere eyepieces, depending on which one you have. Because there's actually 3 different types of quarks, and I want to say it's the Gemini. I could be wrong about the new one.
There's the Gemini.
Then there's the photosphere and the chromosphere.
The Gemini is the $10,000 one. That's the expensive one.
Yeah, and then the photosphere and the chromosphere. Correct.
Which technically, from the experiences I have, if you can actually take a chromosphere turning into the other one, prominence filter or prominence finder, because all you're doing is turning up the gain on the edge of the sun on your monochrome camera, and you're good to go. Does the same thing. I would always suggest chromosphere.
I would
100% of the time. 100% of the time. Ernie says you can put an eyepiece on an H alpha. I wouldn't recommend doing an H alpha filter unless it's dedicated for the sun. Wouldn't do it.
No, like a photographic H alpha filter?
Yes.
Like, no, for a mono camera? No, absolutely not. No. Zero. Yeah. Do not do it. You will burn out your sensor, your camera, and your eye.
There was a gentleman that came into the store at Explore and asked about, granted, I'm not familiar with DSLRs, a 1000 Oaks filter that sits in front of the camera lens. I said, you could probably be okay with it. I have no experience with it. I would highly recommend. Are they really good?
Yeah,
I've never had.
And they're made with the same 1000 Oaks optical glass that they use for their solar filters, but they're made in a regular either 77 millimeter, 56 millimeter thread that you could thread onto the front of your filter. And from the reviews that I've been reading about, I was a little scared too, to be honest with you. But they work. And they're really good. so I would not be afraid to do that. Yeah, I think your sensor will be fine. You'll be fine.
I just didn't want to say yes, and then he burns the sensor. He comes back and says, "Well, you destroyed my $3,000 deal."
All I'm saying is the reviews that I've read have been good.
Good.
I have not heard of anybody burning out their sensor. I don't listen. If there's a hole in the glass, could it happen? Yeah. But that's the same thing with any other 1000 optics filter as well. So
correct. Okay.
Now, a Herschel wedge with a solar continuum filter works really well for granulation and sunspot detail.
Herschel wedges are really cool.
Yeah. Okay.
Herschel wedges are great for a lot of mainly for kind of like EAA, if you will.
Yep.
They're really spectacular. I know Lunt sells one. I'm not for sure if anybody else sells any. I'm not sure. I haven't seen it.
Altair has a Herschel wedge. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, Altair.
Yep. I mean, they're great. I honestly like going to star parties on solar days when the old timers bring out their old stuff and they use projection paper. That stuff's awesome. I love looking at that stuff. That's cool. It's safe. And that's the beauty part. Yeah. It's safe.
And that was my buddy Dave from Long Island. What's going on, Dave? Long time no see, man. Miss you, my friend.
Oh, Dan
do.
cares.
I miss his jokes in the store. It made me laugh all the time. Telling you.
Yeah.
So cool.
I mean,
That's
solar. If you can't, I mean, if you get the right equipment, just definitely respect the sun. That's all I can say. Respect the sun. Do not take your vision for granted. I mean,
No.
don't take your equipment for granted. Get the right equipment and enjoy yourself. You want to be able to do this stuff for a long, long time.
Yeah.
equipment can always be replaced. Your eyeballs cannot.
Equipment can definitely always be replaced, but your eyeballs cannot.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So and you know the biggest thing, if you're unsure, ask.
Don't be afraid to ask those questions. Because those are questions you can never get back if you can't see.
Remember, there are no stupid questions, only stupid people.
A stupid question is the non-asked one.
Yeah. The only dumb question is the one that isn't asked. Yeah, that's very true. You know,
that's the dumb one.
Yep. So,
yeah. I'm going back and forth about thinking about getting a Quark at some point to use with the with my 91 millimeter, because I think it's a great size for it. You know, 80, 90 millimeter. I think it'll be a fine size for it.
Yep.
You know,
it'll be a fine size for it. You'll get your sunspots. You'll get your and
you got everything. You'll
prominences. It'll be great.
Yeah.
For what you need it for, it's honestly it's quick, it's effective, doesn't take long to set up. And the only real struggle that I've had with Quarks, this is personal use, is finding focus at 4 times.
Well,
that's the only problem.
You know, that's when you got to use that. There's a tuning knob on the back, and it's a warming knob, really, on to make sure that your temperature is at the right point, and you got to kind of tweak it a little bit. It's kind of like an Etalon, but not really. It's more about temperature than it is wavelength, and you know, you just got to play around with it until you tweak it. But here's the thing: you touch it, then you got to wait like 10 minutes,
20 minutes,
you know, so, to wait for it. It does, Dave. It does take a while. So, you know, you just got to sit there and you got to touch it and you got to wait. You got to touch it, you got to wait. And that's why when you have the versatility, like you spoke of with the Quark before, Tyler, is a great point. But the speed at which a double stack 70 or an 80, you know, you get a double stack Lunt or a Coronado or whatever. It's going to be a little bit more legit than the Quark.
It is, but you're also going to spend twice. You're spending twice the amount of money.
Mr. Act Vlogs. Somebody dump him if you haven't yet. I got it if nobody did it. Put user in timeout. Bye.
Oh, poor little fella.
And we'll report you too, because we're gonna report you as pornography.
Oh.
So,
not good.
Whoops! I hit the wrong button, and we're gonna hide you too. There you go.
Oh.
Now, one other thing is when it comes to solar, is maybe Tyler, you can explain this a little bit. Is what are Newton rings? If you know, do you or Dan? You know, what are the Newton rings? That's one thing. That's something I've heard when it comes to solar. You have to do something to not get Newton rings.
Hang on, I gotta find it.
Well, you got one
somewhere. So Newton rings. Newton rings are. If you ever take a picture of the sun,
it's like a Doppler thing, right? It's
kind of like a Doppler thing, but they're literally. It looks, when you first look at it, it looks like there's lines going through your image. It looks weird. It doesn't look right. You're like, what in the world? Those aren't going to work. I have a tilt plate adapter. ZWO make them. That's That's honestly what. So you're literally wanting to tilt. You're tilting your camera, and that's what you want to use to find the right angle. As Ernie Jacobs says, is that you have to adjust the tilt of your camera that way it looks at the sensor just right, to where you're avoiding the Newton rings. It's basically just lines that are going across the sun.
Yeah,
you can't get rid of them in post processing. I promise you that. You can't.
There you go.
That's what it looks
That's
like.
what Newton. Yeah.
There you go.
You can't get rid of those. It's an interference pattern, as DB says. It's something that you have to tilt the camera. And I don't have it. If you would have called me before we went on the show and said, "Hey, I want to talk about Newton ring," I would have showed you the tilt plate adapter. But I can't off the top of my head. I can't find it. But yeah, it's literally the camera sits in it. You tilt it a little bit by loosening a couple of things, and you can rock it back and forth from ZWO, and that's what it gives you. Is it gets rid of those Newton rings, which is crazy. Because like I said, you can't get rid of them in post processing at all.
Gotcha. Okay.
And they're a bugger.
I'm trying to see if I got Vega coming in. It looks like I got Vega coming in a couple of minutes. So
Vega's already up here. Just saying.
It's been up, but I mean it was one of the last things that I took a picture of. So I got Deneb, I got whatever Delta Cygni, or over by the western coast.
I know what you're talking about.
And then
so DB on Luntz, you can replace the gasket on the pressure tuner. And that's the good thing, Thomas, about Luntz is they have their own pressure tuner to bring out more details, to enhance more details.
Yep.
They're just 6 to 8 months to get them.
Yep.
I don't know what the deal is. Holy moly.
You won't have it for the next total. So
no, you won't. And that's why the corks are just so readily available. Granted, Jen and Tiffany over at Daystar, they hand build those just like the Luntz, but you get a little bit more versatility out of a cork.
Yeah.
In my opinion, and it's just a little bit more affordable for the common person than Luntz.
Yeah.
That have a 60 millimeter double stack for $2,600.
Yep.
So,
now, when it comes to the Eclipse itself, you don't need a quirk to image the Eclipse.
So
that is a hydrogen alpha filter, basically.
Correct.
With a built-in 4X Barlow. What you need is a white filter. You would pretty much need a white filter for a certain point. Then you can actually take it off. Then you can the white light filter. Then you can maybe take it off for when it's fully
eclipsed, if you will.
Yeah, eclipsed. Yes, basically when it's at totality.
Yeah. So basically, what you want to do when you're imaging a total, only at a total solar eclipse. So you're in the right spot at the right time, not like your total solar eclipse and it's in Buffalo and you're in California. You're not going to see a total,
No.
So you got to be in the path of totality. Now, once that and you'll know when total happens. You'll know when it happens because all of a sudden you'll be like, "Oh my God!" And at that point, you want to take that filter off because now, again, this is not for the annular, not the one that's happening this Saturday. You want to keep your filter on this Saturday. In April, when it happens, you're going to want to, in totality, take that filter off because so much of the light of the sun is now obscured by the globe of the moon that it's safe to do that. And once it starts coming out and you start seeing, Bailey's beads and that kind of stuff, put your filter back on because now, know the timing of your eclipse. So if it's 1:08, if it's 2 minutes, if it's 3 minutes, whatever it is, know how long it is. And then take that picture, take that filter off, put it back on when totality is done, is on the other side.
Correct. and they have apps that are out there that will tell you when to take a picture, when it's safe to take a picture, but also make sure you're in totality's path.
Yep.
Because if you're doing it during the annual eclipse that's coming up this Saturday, you're going to burn out your sensor quick, fast, in a hurry.
Yep.
Yes.
It doesn't matter. But during the total eclipse, there are apps that tell you when totality is at a certain time, depending on the GPS location that you are. But as long as you're in totality, it will tell you the exact time when you can safely take your white light filter or solar filter off your objective, snap like 100 pictures as fast as you can, put it back on, and continue so you can get a nice time lapse and get a nice corona shot. Because that's the scary part for me, and I don't want to ever risk it. I don't think is the corona.
Yep.
But if you're not careful, you will burn a hole in your sensor faster than you can put that sensor back on.
Yep.
Or that solar filter back on.
So, and that's why it's also so important. Like you were saying, Tyler, there are apps you can, and if you are unsure, there are maps that let you know if you are going to be in the path of totality.
Yep.
You know, they're out there so you can check, such as where I live, I would have to go south to Southern Illinois. I'm actually planning on, if I actually do this, I'm actually planning on going down to Dallas, Texas. Where
You just come to Arkansas.
Yeah, you could. But I'm going to go down to my dad's because he's right there and, you know, just outside of Dallas, where it will be totality. It's going right through Dallas, and give it a go. But you have to do everything the right way. You have to plan properly, or else you're going to ruin your equipment. You can ruin your eyesight. You can lose out on a lot of money that, you know, you are just like going to be screaming up and down like you just got attacked by a hornet's nest. You know, you'd be screaming and running around like a crazy man. You know,
so what?
Be crying like that. You just get stung by a hornet.
What I recommend is, and I told the guy that was talking about it with his, $3,000 lens, $4,000 body. I said, "You have insurance on that camera?" He's like, "No." I would probably highly recommend you get insurance on your stuff.
Yeah.
Yes.
Protect your equipment. That way, in case you do have a mishap, maybe the insurance will cover it.
Hopefully
not. Yeah, a lot of times especially if you have the personal policy or personal article insurance policies, a lot of them, they're like no question asked type policies. You damage something, and something gets broken, gets lost, whatever. You just file a claim, and you can, get replacement equipment. So
and then you're covered.
Then you're covered. Absolutely.
San Antonio from London to image the eclipse. That's cool, Corin.
Yeah,
that's really cool.
So Corin, you're gonna be down there in Texas. You'll be in a good spot there. But again, it's just making sure you're in the right spot, because I don't know. Perhaps is it going through? Is totality going through San Antonio? I know it's going through Texas, but I mean, I know it's going through Texas. I know it's going through Dallas. I'm just not sure about San Antonio.
Let me look.
So you just want to check that, just to be sure.
Look at a map real quick.
Yeah, there's definitely maps out there that can tell you.
So it is, that's going through the center line is going through, Dallas is just north of the center line, probably 50 miles of the center line of totality.
Here's a picture by one of our members, Jackie Donaldson, sent me a couple of pictures of one of them was of the last total solar eclipse.
That's cool. That must have happened in Missouri.
Why
St. Joe, I think.
Wow.
Why does it have to be in Missouri? Why couldn't it have been in South Carolina?
Because you said the last total eclipse.
Yeah.
The last total eclipse happened in St. Joe, Missouri.
It happened also in South Carolina too.
Don't be grumpy.
but it did. I was there. But
I was there.
and that I think is the same day, because I think I remember these 3 sunspots. I think that's the same day, but could be wrong. Let me know because she's in the chat. Let me know if. But these are really nice pictures. Nice job, Jackie.
Well, that's the annual. The annual.
Yeah, the chat got quiet.
So all day, Kerrville, Austin, Fort Worth, Dallas.
I know it covered more of the northern part of Dallas. I don't know if it covered the southern as far as for totality.
What, for April?
Yeah.
Yeah. For next
year. It goes through Mexico and goes all the way up through Buffalo and into Canada.
Yeah.
It's a weird kind of loop, this one.
So yeah, it's just off. Yeah. So yeah, no, Corn, you're right. So yeah, it's just so San Antonio is just in the path of totality. It just makes it into the path of totality.
Oh, it's so funny. You know, ever since I booted that guy out, my chat froze.
Way to go.
And now I'm back. All right, cool. But just I know I did start off the title of saying a minor announcement that I gotta kind of make.
Okay.
Regarding I had a customer online that was talking to me about the Player One filter, the dual band, and wanted to purchase it, but it was unsure about it. It's still pretty new out there, and they wanted to know, if I could test it for them. You know what I mean? I said, sure, yeah, why not? I'll give you a little discount on it because I used it, and but I'll make sure it's pretty good. And I'm actually doing some of it right now. But in the conversations that I had with them during the interim, I saw the video from Queeve the Lazy Geek, who was using a spectrograph to check out his own filters. And it turns out that I struck up a conversation with the gentleman at the company Goya Lab. And turns out that Astro World and Goya Lab are going to be in collaboration for a little bit. That I will be, anybody who wants it for a little extra charge. Sorry, everybody. You'll be able to have your filter tested by me with a test report for your filter as well. So I'll be using the same exact spectrograph that Queeve showed on his video with all the calibration and everything as well. So pretty cool. I thought that was pretty exciting that's happening. And let me just throw this out there. If it's off by a half a nanometer, you're not getting a refund. I'm sorry, it's not going to happen.
So what you're saying
as long as it's in the company specs,
yeah,
you'll get that. If they are not in the company specs, you will not even get that filter because I won't send it to you. You know what I mean? I will send it back to them. So just so you know, every single filter that you get, if you want to get it tested, there'll be an option for filters to be tested here. So pretty cool.
Okay. So are you, since you're getting what involves in a spectrograph test?
So with this one, if you've seen the video by Queeve, and when I get I'll do a live demonstration when I get the equipment, which probably should be by the end of the month. I should have everything. So basically, you got the spectrograph, and that's this little handheld machine that that tells you what emissions are being let through whatever filter. You got that. On the bottom, you have a neutral light source. In the middle, you have your filter, and on the top, you have your spectrograph. And then on your screen, on your desktop, it will show you all the emission lines of the light that's being let through and what wavelength. I believe it was from what was it, 380 to 780 nanometers, if I remember right. So and it's completely calibratable, if that's even the one. You can calibrate this thing, with the help of some mercury argon lamps and neon lamps. You could actually use to calibrate the spectrograph so you could get it as accurate as you need, because with those 3 nanometer filters, it needs to be super accurate. 3 nanometers is 1.5 plus or minus, right?
Yeah.
So you got the spectral line and it's 1.5 on either side. That makes it a 3 nanometer bandwidth, right? So you're only talking about 1.5 nanometers. So it's super, super, super tight. And so in order to test those really tight rejection filters, you're going to need to be able to calibrate your spectrograph in order to kind of make sure that it's narrow enough so you're seeing where the actual line is. Cool. But that's going to be pretty cool. I think it's going to be fun. I'm going to like doing it anyway. So, you know what? Maybe I could get my wife to do it, so I don't have to do it. I could train her how to do it, and she can.
Wow. Well, here lies Dan at the bottom of whatever, assuming he could do the thing that he thought he could do. Guys, I think I'm going to get off here real quick and grab a bite to eat. I have not eaten since lunch.
Well,
I'm starving.
Well, I got something for you.
Oh, you got? Well, if you actually check your chat on Facebook, I'll have something for you too.
Right.
Spider.
What's that? What is that? A spider?
That's the spider.
Spider.
That's not for me. That's yours.
I sent you all this other stuff. I may as well send you this so you can calibrate your damn machine. You were complaining about it. You were complaining about it the other day. So I
wasn't complaining about it. I was just asking questions. You told me that my computer was a piece of crap, and I said that I'm not spending $190 on something that calibrates the screen.
If you want to borrow this for to test it out, you're more than welcome to it.
Okay, I would greatly appreciate it. If you could check your Facebook Messenger real quick.
Facebook Messenger. Where the hell is that?
That's in Facebook.
It's Meta.
Where that is.
It's Meta.
Yeah, it's not Meta. It's Facebook.
What is this? What is this?
Let's see. Josh. Yeah, I think Dan. Are we going? Dan, Josh was asking. Are we going to talk about dual band tonight?
Oh yeah, we'll get to that right now because I'm almost done with my images that I've been taking.
I want to see the images before I leave.
Okay.
On this Player One filter.
Let me see if they're up. So let's see. And my 3-minute shot of Vega just got finished. All right. So let's take a look at a couple of things here first. All right. So and let me get my folder up here. Let's see, NGC 7000 and
NGC 7, the North American Nebula, the NAN.
3-minute shot. There we go. Let's see, where is this? There we go.
Now, what camera is this taken with, Dan?
2600.
From ZWO?
Yep.
Okay.
I did not purchase it, but
I didn't know you were a ZWO fanboy. I thought you liked QHY.
I am not. That's why I didn't buy it.
Why are we taking pictures of individual stars? Josh, what Dan's doing, he's testing the anti-halo filter from Player One camera to see if there's actually halos.
All right.
That's the kicker.
Yeah, so
using a spectrometer.
No spectrometer. No spectrometer.
This is just straight up camera telescope.
What's it called? What is it? what is it called?
A filter?
No, what you're measuring with the when you measure.
He's not measuring anything. You're talking
I'm
about
not measuring anything. I'm just looking for
No,
defects.
no. What's that? The report. The report you were going to be doing. Is that the spectrometer?
That's a spectrometer. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
what that is.
That's what I'm thinking. Sorry,
Okay.
I was thinking about something else.
That's all right. So
My bad.
no, it's
Never
okay.
mind about me.
That's okay. We're jumping around a little bit here. So
Can that
this
be?
is
So Josh is asking an interesting question. Can the anti-halo filter, Dan, be combined with other filters?
I would not do that. I wouldn't stack any
Because-
filter, to be honest with you.
Well, I mean, unless you're doing mono.
I wouldn't stack any filter ever.
No. He's saying if you're using one shot color and you're taking your anti-halo filter,
right?
can you combine it with L Enhance, L
Oh, so
Ultimate?
with like a software?
Yeah, software, not physically.
Oh, that's what I meant.
them.
Combining like.
Sorry, I'm glad we clarified.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. So my bad. Yeah. So yeah, you could absolutely do that through software and stuff like that. That's not a problem. But
I mean, that was one thing that Queeve was even talking about with the Altair, because they have the two dual band filters. I believe Altair Astro does. One is an H beta and a sulfur 2, and another one is an HA and O3. And he was taking images of the same, had the same target, and then he just split them, and he made a Hubble palette image, basically utilizing both of those filters. Just grabbing the, splitting off the S, the H, and the O. So.
all right. So this is
Josh wants to know. He meant stacking, software combining. I'd love to hear more about the techniques on all that.
I don't know if we could do that in 20 minutes, but yeah, we could definitely do that on another night. We could do that maybe next Wednesday. Maybe that'd be a good topic.
Yeah.
Cool. Jason's getting the looks like my C Star will finally be shipping soon.
There we go. So I'm sorry about if you see the Bayer Matrix. I apologize about that because that's YouTube for you. But I
see a little bit of a halo.
Yeah, well, I do see a little bit of a halo, and this is a 2-minute shot of Deneb, and you can you see it.
Yep, you see it.
Lower. It's the weird thing is it's more lower than it is centrifugal, if you will.
Yes.
And my of course, because I'm doing this with the Eagle now, my Eagle just crapped out. Hold on a second.
You're welcome.
No, my mouse crapped out because I'm doing this over Wi-Fi. So
killing me. Killing me.
Kill me, Smalls.
Killing me, Smalls.
Where is it? There.
Well, I hate to be the bearer of bad news. There's a halo on that.
There is a halo on it, and that's why we're doing this testing.
I thought it was in B, but it's okay. So it's S2 and O3 on one filter, and HA and O3 on another filter. Got it.
Let's get rid of this for a second. Go away. All right.
Good old Nina.
All right. So that's that, right? And then that is a 3-minute shot.
Okay, now that's more, centrifugal. That's more centered.
Actually, I'm sorry. You know what? I'm sorry. This one is Deneb. The other one is not Deneb. That was Delta Cygni, the one on the.
The Delta Cygni.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's why. So that halo is off on that star because it's on my North American the same way. So
okay.
That is Deneb there, and then let's see. So I think
you say you're working on Vegas soon? Or
yeah, it should be done. It starts It's actually, I think they called it, there it is, Vega. Let's see. Well, if there's a Halo on Deneb, I'm expecting it to be on Vega as well.
Sure.
And there it is.
Yep, there it is. Yep. Yeah, it's pretty pronounced.
So I'm going to send this to Sam over at Player One, some pictures, and see what he has to say. So
You mean Sean?
Yeah.
Sorry, Sean. Sam's. I'm sorry.
Yep.
Sorry, Sean, if you're watching.
Dang.
So now I'm gonna stop my guiding because it's beeping in my ears and driving me nuts.
All right, gentlemen, you guys be good. Chat, it's been fun.
Hey,
Dan,
man,
it's been
thanks
fun.
for hopping on, man.
Oh yeah, I need to be more active, if you will. Would you get rid of the chat?
Hey, stop putting it on my Facebook.
It's not my fault you don't know how to listen. Killing me.
Well, Corey, we appreciate you waking up so early, man, and hanging out.
Make it another code, and then we'll use it.
I will. But I'm gonna have to now.
But it looks like Explore Scientific has been nice enough to grant us some what is it? $100 off?
Yeah.
$100 off an Explore Scientific item. So.
Nice. Yeah. Scott was asking here, Dan, do they say it eliminates this filter? Do they say it eliminates or just reduces halos?
Let me get out of this. Hold on a second.
I thought it.
So it says anti-halo. So I mean.
So anti-halo means it eliminates, as far as I know. No halo.
And I have seen other tests on the anti-halo by Luca Matico with the same stars that have no halo. So it could be that maybe I got a one-off on the filter where the coating wasn't 100%.
Hey, I bet if you talk to Sean to keep the filter a little longer, you can check it.
What happened?
You can check it with your spectrometer.
Well, yeah, I can. I'll do that. We'll see what happens.
Yep. All right, gentlemen, you guys be good. All Chat, right. I appreciate your time, and I will be back whenever Dan lets me.
You're welcome back whenever.
Whenever he lets me back out of the cave.
Good seeing you, Tyler, man.
All right, brother.
Y'all take it easy.
Tell the family I said hi.
Man.
I will.
Yeah,
see y'all.
Sure.
All right.
Bye.
Later, man.
There you go.
Right.
It's cool to have Tyler back on, right?
Yeah. It's always good to, when we have, our crew dropping in every once in a while, saying what's up and checking in. So for those who did ask me about my upcoming adventure, it has been canceled. I will not be going to the Illinois Dark Sky Star Party.
Right,
it's just unfortunate. The weather forecasts do not look very promising. I mean, for me to drive and haul my camper, 3 hours just for almost one night, and not guaranteed even one night of imaging out of that entire period, and the rest of the time it's going to be raining.
Yep.
It wasn't worth it. So
okay.
Unfortunate, but hey, there'll be other times. There'll be other times.
Hey, take a look at Okie-Tex next year.
Yes, absolutely. I mean,
because we're gonna get that trailer. We'll put the Astral flag up there.
Yeah. I mean, hey, if Robin wants to come with me, I'm definitely gonna pull the camper.
Yeah.
And that'll be a blast.
I'll just drop my camper there. I'll have it delivered.
Hi, Shoto. Hello, Todoroki.
Shoto.
Yes. Hello there, Todoroki. Shoto. Hello, puppy. Go on. Oh, now it said something, and now
he
you're
wants to
off.
play.
Yeah.
Was it?
So
Did
yeah,
Shioto
3-0.
survive, or did he die?
Shioto?
Yeah, in the book,
Uh,
one of them died.
I think it was. I think it was Shioto. It was the young one.
It was the young one. That I know.
It was the youngest one. It was
Yeah.
the youngest one in the book.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was pretty sad.
Yeah, it was pretty sad.
But
Hey.
but yeah,
Really good book, though. Really good book.
yeah. Oh,
Second-
one of my favorites.
Second one, not so much.
Yeah,
Not so
yeah.
much.
But I tell you this: if you get the audiobook,
Yeah.
I love Will Wheaton narrating it. So
Yep.
it was awesome. It was awesome.
Yeah, you know what? And it was all about Rush, which is even better. Anything that's about Rush has got to be good.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So
Hey, cool.
so no Star Party for me.
No.
It's just a bummer.
Hey, you know what? Listen,
it's what it is. Because I'm, and it's gonna be cloudy, so I wasn't even gonna get a chance to even, try to image the eclipse or anything. So.
It doesn't look good. Excuse me, I'm sorry. If it doesn't look good, it doesn't look good, man. And then you don't want to make that kind of trip, or
not especially if you're hauling, a camper, a fifth wheel camper. That getting 7, 8, 9, 7, 8 miles to the gallon.
Oof. 7, 8 miles to the gallon. Oh man, I'll just.
Well, actually, it's more for me. It's more like, actually, to be honest with you, it's more like 9 or 10. But still, that's not that's nothing. I mean, that's nothing, and yeah, be burning fuel. So
man.
Anyway.
Yeah. So
yeah, I would definitely look more into Okie-Tex.
With 10 miles to the gallon with your rusty ball.
Yeah. I'm never gonna live that one down.
Forget about the rusty ball, just have the rusty nail. But that's
for sure.
But this Friday, we already have constellations ready to go. We're gonna have Aquarius and Draco, right? So
yes.
Aquarius and Draco are going to be the ones for. So it looks like we're going to have 2 semi-decent constellations with stuff in them. so we're not going to have one that has nothing and one. And I'm thinking maybe because we've done a lot of the northern hemisphere constellations already. We've done about 10 of them. Why don't we do, moving forward, one north, one south?
I'm fine with that.
You know what I mean?
I'm totally cool with that.
One north, one south, one north, one south. Because you know what? What's going to happen is 90% of our people, and I'm not trying to alienate the people that watch us from the southern, hemisphere, but 90% of the people watch us from the northern hemisphere. Okay, so
Sure.
if we do all the constellations at the rate that we're going, we're going to be done with the northern, and then we're going to be talking about stuff that nobody ever sees all the time. so
you haven't made you. That's a fair point.
So maybe we should do one in the northern, one in the southern, and then we just swap every week. You pick a northern one week, you pick a southern the next week. You pick a northern next week, you pick a southern next week. Stuff like, and we flip flop. The one where you do north, I do south. That's it.
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
But this week we're going to be doing 2 northerns. We're going to be doing the Aquarius and Draco, and that should be fun. So
the dragon and the water bearer.
The water bearer, and you know what? When's your birthday?
That is Aquarius, is it not?
It is Aquarius. When's your birthday?
Mine's December 28th. I'm a Capricorn.
All right, so I'm an Aquarius, so I'm going to do Aquarius.
Okay.
On February 1st.
I'll do the dragon.
All right.
No problem. The last dragon. Show enough.
Dude, I said that at work today, and nobody had any clue what I was talking about.
Isn't that a shame?
It is such a shame. Show enough. Am I the meanest? Show enough. Am I the baddest? Show enough. Come on. Jeez. That guy's hair was the best.
Hey, Chris, happy birthday. Birthday tomorrow. My warranty is expiring.
Man, my warranty's been expired for, I don't know, got to be 10 years.
Happy birthday, Chris, my man. Very
Yeah. Vanity was smoking in that movie.
Oh, gosh, yes. Yeah. Yes, we're aging ourselves. The memories.
Yep.
Anyway, so yeah, we have Aquarius and Draco.
Yep.
We have this. I will say I am so pleased to have so many really cool entries in for Image of the Week this week. Having 7 entries, that is awesome.
Yeah,
and
everybody
don't
vote.
forget.
Yes, vote.
Please vote.
We have
Please vote.
38 people watching right now. Go to the website. Go vote right now for the picture of the week.
Take a second.
Take 2 seconds.
Add another tab. Yep. Put on another tab and go to astralworldweb.com/IOTW and vote.
We'll have a moment of silence for the voting. Okay.
Yeah.
Just vote.
Yeah, there it is. There it is.
I see lots of hearts floating up. I don't know what's going on. Is that a good thing?
It's not the years, it's the miles.
Oh.
No, yeah.
That's true.
That's very, very true.
That is very, very
Thank you,
true.
Dave. Dave was I was the first vote today.
Nice.
So
nice.
So again, and don't forget, if you have images that you would just like us to take a look at and share with our viewer membership and get opinions from us, as well as maybe some that's coming in from the chat, don't forget, also drop your image into the Critique My Image folder that is located at astralworldweb.com/critique. So definitely drop those in there, and we'd be more than happy to take a look at that. Take a look at those. Last week we had some fantastic photos in the critique folder that personally should not have been in the critique folder. They should have been in the IOTW folder. They should have been in the Image of the Week folder because they were awesome. So,
they were really good, and I got to agree with you. Those pictures were pretty good, and you know what? And critique, over the past 4 years of what we've been watching on the show with Image of the Week and how it's evolved and all that kind of stuff, and how the people have gotten so much better over the years. If you take, I guarantee you, if I take the first group of pictures, and I still have them on WordPress, if you take the first group of pictures and compare them to the last group of pictures, I guarantee you that the improvement's there. So I mean,
absolutely, the improvement's there. It's almost night and day. It is. It's almost night and day. It's fantastic improvements.
It's pretty cool.
Absolutely,
it's pretty cool. Oh.
Dan, I'm not going out of my morning. When the moon is in the 7th house and Jupiter aligns with Mars.
That I think is a Nostradamus quotation. I could be wrong on that, but I think that's a Nostradamus quote, and it didn't fare well. So
and Charity saying, "Read me an audiobook." That's so funny.
Tell me a story.
Tell me a story. And I'm actually, I've got my Audible, I've got my audiobooks that I'm listening to, and I listen to audiobooks like crazy.
That's all I do.
Robin sometimes.
So what are you reading now? What are you reading now?
I'm actually re-listening to The Iron Prince by Bryce O'Connor and Luke Chimlenko, because the sequel, the next book of Warform Stormweaver, is coming out the end of the month. Number 2 is coming. So I want to re-listen to this. It's a really fun, sci-fi kid, antagonist, protagonist, trying to make his way through. Almost kind of reminds me a little bit of Rudy. But, so almost that a little bit of Rudy stuff like that.
All right.
But yeah, I mean, I have so many, but I listen to a lot of because just like you, I love D&D and role playing. So I listen to a lot of what they call lit RPG.
Yep.
Which
you got me into that.
So it's a lot. Those are the ones I really enjoy. It's just a nice escape, especially while I'm working. But anyway,
I mean, I'm trying to see how many books do I have these days?
We've got a lot of stuff happening. I do, as far as for Friday, we have, of course, the announcement of Image of the Week, but it's also, besides Constellations, it's also our newbie night. So I would like, we may talk a little bit about, as far as getting started with imaging. I know we talked about while you were out, and I had Steve on along with Pete. We were talking about building a rig. Maybe we should talk also a little bit about maybe some post or processing tools to get started. I'm not talking necessarily like Pix Insight, but maybe if you're just getting started and you're just getting a feel for it, you just want to try a few things. There's some free things out there. Maybe we talk a little bit about some of those free tools and free post imaging applications that you can utilize for doing certain things, such as building your calibration frames or stacking and stuff like that. So maybe we take a look at a little bit about those things as well.
Yeah, that'll work. That'll work out fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, we could definitely do that. Yeah, that's definitely not a problem.
Yeah, something we can talk about, keeping with the theme of Fridays being for newbies.
Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah, we could definitely do that.
We can touch base on some of those applications. Yeah, but you're yawning. You're making me yawn, and people
I've been
are
up
also
since 5:30. I apologize.
No, you're fine. You're fine. Mikey, great. Another thing is, maybe if we have time, maybe we'll also take a look into the critique folder. I'm also going to clean it up a little bit to make sure we keep it fresh.
Cool.
So Mikey, thank you for that entry. Maybe we'll have a chance to take a look at that this week, if not next week, and check that out and share our thoughts.
Sounds good to me.
Awesome.
What do we got? Do we have any giveaways tonight?
Corn says, I listened to old podcasts for astrophotography podcast on my way to work with Trevor and Steve. Yeah, there you go. I like listening to podcasts every once in a while too. So.
Trying to see if we have any giveaways tonight. Do we have any giveaways tonight?
I don't know if we have giveaways. I know maybe on Friday. I think
it says Friday this time.
Yes.
The calendar.
Yeah. So yeah. One thing that I will always, I know I haven't said it enough, and I keep saying, fine, Anyway, don't forget, if you like what we're doing, please do us a favor. Help us out with the YouTube algorithm, keeping, YouTube, Astro World TV, in the forefront when we're talking about astrophotography. Do us a huge favor. Before you leave the show, click the thumbs up. Give us a thumbs up. And if you're on Facebook, like the show. I know the majority of us are probably using YouTube. So just take, a couple of seconds if you haven't done it already, and give a thumbs up to help us out and let Google and YouTube know that we are here, especially when it comes to astrophotography, to help move us up.
Yeah.
In everybody's feed, as being one of the first that people see. So we really appreciate that.
Agreed. Yeah. Awesome. And don't forget to send your 300th episode clip.
Yes. Absolutely. astroworldweb.com/E for episode E300. If we've been doing this now just over 4 years, I think, man, and we've gone through a lot of different iterations, a lot of cool people have been hanging out with us. So we would love to get your thoughts on these past 4 years. If you've been hanging out with us that long, or even for the past few months, let us know what you guys think of how we've been doing things, what you appreciate, what you like, what you don't like, what you maybe want to see some more improvements or maybe more information on. Anything and everything, or just saying, hey, thank you for what thank you for what, we've been doing, all the off the rails stuff and crazy stuff, just whatever you guys want to do. But just keep them around a minute. And don't forget, it's astroworldweb.com/E300. And hang out there and just drop in a quick Apple video, YouTube video, whatever
it is.
Whatever it is. Stupid question. Can you get any unique effect using dual band filter on a monochrome camera? I've always used mono, never one shot color. Can you get, you know what? That's a very good question. I've never tried to use any of my one shot color dual band filters.
I've never tried it.
I mean, sometimes I would think it's probably going to end up more being like maybe a luminance thing. I've heard maybe from some folks that it can end up being more looking like a luminance filter.
A lot of people use the HA, HALRGB or HARGB. A lot of people do that, but I've never seen any kind of. I watched the original 1984 Dune and nearly went insane. Come on, come on! Nothing beats Sting in some metal underwear. Come on.
Oh God.
But
Corin, thank you, man. Really appreciate the comment.
Corin.
Appreciate you, Corin. Appreciate you. The comment. Appreciate you, and thank you so much for the continued support. So and hanging out with us.
Okay. All right. Well, and my throat is shot. I think I can't.
Yeah,
talk anymore,
man. We can call it. We can definitely call it.
Yeah. All right. Cool. So, everybody, don't forget, if you haven't voted, vote. If you haven't make your video vid, if you don't want a vid, you could do an audio and send me a picture. I'll do that. Some people don't like seeing their face on there. They just want to send the video, send some audio. You want to send audio? That's fine too.
Scott, thank you. Thank you for coming on, hanging out with us. We look forward to seeing you come back. So
good night, Newman. Thanks, Scott. You're the man. Thank you, Corin. Thank you, Chris. Happy birthday. And listen, I just got I got something I'm going to show for next week's pictures. I'm going to take a picture of something, but anyway, I'm babbling now. I can't even talk. I'm sorry. My throat's shot.
Yeah.
All right. I guess that'll be it.
So we'll just wrap it up.
We'll just wrap it up. We'll just wrap it up and be done. Everybody, you guys are awesome. You girls are awesome. Thank you so much for hanging out with us for another Wednesday night on Astroworld TV. It's been a great informational night with Tyler back in the mix, and that's it. We'll just have a good night. You got any final thoughts, Eric?
No. I mean, it was a great show. Thanks again for Tyler Bowman to hang out with us. Great conversation, especially about solar imaging, the solar eclipse. That is coming up. The annular solar eclipse is coming up again. This weekend.
Your eyes.
Protect your eyes. That is the biggest takeaway. The biggest thing. The biggest piece of advice I can say. That for for this show. Protect your eyes.
Absolutely.
And get insurance if you protect your investment too.
Absolutely.
Protect your investment. So clear skies, everybody.
All right, everybody.
Clear skies. I know mine's gonna be crappy, but everybody else, if you got
mine's gonna be
clear
crappy
skies,
too. My eclipse is gonna be eclipsed. So So
thank you, Clouds. Who bought something else?
Yeah.
Who bought something?
Yeah, jerk off. All right, everybody. Have a good night. We'll see everybody on Friday night. Just remember, as always, to keep imaging, keep educating, and clear skies. And we'll see you Friday. Have a good night, everybody.
Take care.
All right.
Cheers.
Bye.